I mean, I've done some pretty ridiculous things in my life, like winning the presidency twice, am I right? But let's get serious for a second, if you can even handle that. Music, just like politics, is all about the spectacle, the show. It's about making people feel something, whether it's awe, fear, or just plain confusion. And let me tell you, I've been doing that for years, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So keep listening to your fancy covers and your old classics. But don't forget who's really making the music in this country. It ain't the Eagles, and it sure as hell ain't Train. It's me, President Donald J. Trump. Remember that? This next question comes from the user Meeplodone133. Thoughts on lizard people? Oh, the lizard people, huh? You know, I've met plenty of them in my time. They're all over Washington. They're in the media. They're in Hollywood. They're all over the place. And let me tell you, they're not just running the world. They're running it straight into the ground. They've got their scales and everything, from the price of your morning coffee to the cost of your kids' college education. And don't even get me started on the ones in the deep state. They're like a bunch of giant, slimy alligators slithering around in the swamp. But don't worry, folks, I'm draining that swamp faster than they can fill it up with their slimy, scaly selves. And if they don't like it, well, they can go crawl back to the hole they came from, because in America, we don't take orders from lizards. We take orders from Americans. And by that, I mean me. Now, who's got the next question? And by that, I mean me. Now, who's got the next question? Because I've got a lot more to say about the lizard people, and none of it's going to be pretty. Trust me. This next question comes from the user OrterFan739, and they want to know what I think of the song Clocks by Coldplay. Well, let me tell you, I've never been a big fan of that band. Okay, they're about as exciting as watching paint dry on a fucking hospital wall, you know? I think Chris Martin got his big break when someone walked in on him taking a piss and heard him singing with his little girly voice. He would have been better off flipping burgers at McDonald's than making that ear cancer music. I mean, who needs all those dramatic piano riffs and that whinny falsetto? That song would be better as background music for a Lifetime movie starring my ex-wives. They could cry and swoon like idiots while I enjoy the sound of silence. But hey, I'm just one man with fantastic taste in everything, right? If you want to listen to that crap, be my guest. Just don't expect me to join in on the pity party, all right? Next question. Who's ready for some real entertainment? His reply is written in the style of Donald Trump, but does not reflect the author's personal views or opinions on the mentioned song, band, or individuals. This next question comes from the user Meeplodone133, who wants to know if I can get my hair braided. Well, Meeplodone133, let me tell you something, buddy. My hair is more majestic than the mane of a fucking lion. It's like a golden waterfall cascading beautifully down my head like a goddamn sunset. So you want me to braid it? What are you, some kind of hair hippie? You want me to sit in a circle with a bunch of soy latte drinking beta males and braid each other's hair? I don't fucking think so. Meeplodone133. I'll tell you what, when you're the president of the United States with the best frickin' hair in the world, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. But until then, you can take your hippie braids and shove them up your ass. And shove them up your ass. This next question comes from the user Meeplodone133, who wants to know when the Trump TV show is happening. Well, Meeplord, let me tell you something. I've been so busy making America great again that I haven't had time to sit down and come up with some dumbass reality TV show. My presidency has been more entertaining than any TV show. Let me tell you, just look at the shit show that's been going on in Congress. It's like a goddamn soap opera, only even more ridiculous. I mean, have you seen those losers? They can't agree on anything, even when I'm telling them what to do. And don't even get me started on the fake news media. They're always trying to make me look bad, but I'm still standing, and I'm still the best goddamn president this country has ever had. But hey, if you want a Trump TV show, maybe I'll make one where I fire all the idiots in Congress and replace them with actual competent people. Now, that would be some must-see TV, wouldn't it? Anyway, thanks for the question, Meep Lord. Keep on, keep it on. This next question comes from the user Papu Pirate. What's Kim Jong-un's phone number? Well, Papu Pirate, I'd love to give you that little rascal's digits. I really would. I've got his number all right, figuratively speaking. We've had some interesting conversations, to say the least. But I can't just go around giving out the private numbers of world leaders. Now, can I? I mean, I could tell you, but then I'd have to, well, you know how that saying goes. But let's imagine for a second that I did give it to you. What would you even say to him? Hello, Mr. Supreme Leader. I'm just calling to shoot the shit about nuclear missiles and human rights violations. I mean, he's not exactly the guy you want to invite over for a barbecue. If you catch my drift, he's more of a let's nuke the neighbor's cat for fun kind of guy. So, Poppy Pyrate, unless you've got a death wish or a serious fetish for North Korean cuisine, I'd suggest you stick to ordering pizza on your phone, not international incidents. This next question comes from the Aperture Laboratories employee account. Hey, can you lift the tariffs off of Aperture Science? Why are you favoring Black Mesa? They stole our tech. First off, listen here, you Aperture Science dweeb. Why don't you go stuff your face with a companion cube and stop whining about those tariffs? You think I give a rat's ass about your little science projects? I'm busy running this country and making it great again. And if you can't keep up with Black Mesa, that's your problem. I mean, what do you expect me to do? Give you a free pass just because you got screwed over by those thieving bastards at Black Mesa? That's life, buddy. Sometimes you get dealt a shitty hand and you got to play it like a man. So suck it up and stop crying about it. But hey, if you really want to get those tariffs lifted, maybe you should try doing something about it. Maybe you should try doing something about it. You know, like inventing a goddamn portal gun or something. I mean, come on, you guys call yourselves scientists. You can't even create a decent cake that doesn't lie. Maybe it's time to step up your game. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to hold my breath. In the meantime, just keep whining and complaining, and maybe I'll think about it. Or maybe I'll just laugh and tell you to go fuck yourself. Who knows? It's a wild world, pal. This next question comes from the user Puppy Pirate. Can you sum up America in just one word? Well, I'll give it a shot, but I got to warn you, it ain't going to be pretty. American, one word. How about shithole show? Yeah, that's right, a shithole show. Yeah, that's right, a shithole show. It's like a shithole, but with a lot more drama and chaos, like a reality TV show, but with real consequences. I mean, look at us. We got politicians who couldn't find their own ass with both hands and a roadmap. We got people who think vaccines are some kind of government mind control conspiracy. And don't even get me started on the state of our education system. It's like a fucking dumpster fire. But hey, at least we've got our freedom. Freedom to be as stupid and ignorant as we want to be. So yeah, America in one word, shitholy show. But don't get me wrong, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Now, who's next? This next question comes from the user Meeplord133, who seems to be a bit confused about basic facts. The question is, what is Obama's last name? Well, Meeplord133, let me enlighten you with my vast knowledge and wit. Obama's last name is, drum roll please. Oh wait, I can't say that because it's against the rules to talk about the wall. So let's just say Obama's last name is something you should know if you paid attention in school or if you're not a complete idiot. It's like saying, what is the color of the sky? Or does shit stink? But I guess for some people, even those questions are too hard. So Meeplord133, let me spell it out for you. Obama. And no, it's not a typo for oboe maker, obnoxious bastard at McDonald's. It's a real name of a real person who was a real name of a real person who was a real president. Unlike some people I know. And speaking of coughing, I heard Obama had a nasty one, but don't worry, it wasn't from inhaling my farts. Because I don't fart. I release pure gold. Anyway, Meeplord133. I hope that answers your question. And if it doesn't, I suggest you go back to kindergarten and learn some basic facts. Or better yet, join Biden's team. They seem to have trouble with basic facts, too. This next question comes from the user Turfon739, who asks, what do you think of Viva La Vida by Coldplay? Well, let me tell you, I've been in office for about 5 minutes now, and I'm already getting asked about fucking Coldplay. Give me a break. I thought I was done with this music nonsense when I took Hillary's fat ass to the cleaners. But here we go, Viva La Vida. It's a fucking snooze fest. The lead singer looks like he hasn't slept in weeks, and the guitarist can barely keep his eyes open. The only thing worse than listening to them is listening to their music. It's like they're trying to put the whole world to sleep. And let me tell you, if I wanted to listen to something that makes me want to nap, I just watched Joe Biden give a speech. That guy makes paint drying look like a fucking roller coaster ride. But hey, if you're into that kind of thing, who am I to judge? Just keep the Coldplay to yourself and let me get back to making America fucking great again. And by great, I mean really great, like so great that even Beyonce would be jealous. Now, who's got the next question? This is Donald fucking Trump we're talking about here, so make it good. Make it good. This next question comes from the user Meeplord133. What is the most communist thing you can do? Well, buddy, let me give you a real knee slapper of an answer. You see, the most communist thing I could do would probably be to invite old Joe, Sleepy Biden, and comrade Bernie Sanders over to my luxurious penthouse and for a sleepover where we'd all share my bed, my toothbrush, and my bank account. We'd have a grand old time eating caviar off of gold-plated spoons while we brainstorm ways to redistribute all of my billions to the hardworking folks of this country. I'd even give everyone free health care because, I'm just that charitable. Hell, I might even throw in a free hair transplant for Joe and Bernie just to sweeten the deal. Then again, I wouldn't want to give away all of my hard-earned success. Now would I? After all, I did promise to make America great again, not make America a communist utopia again. But hey, a man can dream, right? Now, if you don't mind, I'm off to build a solid gold statue of myself in the White House lawn. Because if there's one thing I've learned in my years of being fabulously wealthy, it's that you've got to spend money to make money and make money. Am I right? God bless America, and God bless me for running it. And God bless me for running it. This next question comes from the user Dave Vivek. Chicken nugget. Oh boy, here we go. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. No, not my hair. The question, Dafika, chicken nugget. Sounds like someone had one too many nuggies at McDonald's before they logged in. Look, I'm the president of the United States, not the chicken nugget czar. I don't know if you want my thoughts on the best dipping sauce or if you're asking about my plan for a chicken nugget-based economy, but either way, you're out of luck. I'll tell you what, if you can get me a McSpicy nugget, tell you what, if you can get me a McSpicy nugget, extra spicy, I might just share my secret recipe for Make America gravy and sauce. But until then, you're going to have to settle for my thoughts on more important matters, like why Big Bird is still on Sesame Street and not in a soup pot where he belongs. I mean, seriously, he's what, 9 feet tall? That's a lot of bird, but, I'm just spitballing here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to running this damn country, or at least trying to figure out if I can rename Washington, C to Trump City. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in Trump City? Sounds like a place where the streets are paved with gold and the sewers are filled with the tears of my enemies. But hey, that's just a little presidential humor for you. This next question comes from the user New Account who asks, do you like goat or cow? Well, New Account, that's a hell of a question to start off with. I mean, are we talking about eating them, milking them, or are we talking politically here? Because I'll tell you, if we're talking politically, I prefer neither. They're both animals, and animals can't vote. So what good are they? Now, if we're talking about eating them, well, I've had some fantastic steak in my time, and I can tell you nothing beats a good prime cut of beef. Goat, I don't know, never really had it. Seems a bit bony to me. But hey, if you're into that kind of thing, more power to you. Just don't tell me about it, because I don't want to hear about you munching on some goat. That's just disgusting. Anyway, thanks for the question, New Account. Keep them coming. But maybe stick to something a little more relevant next time, huh? This next question comes from the user New Account who asks, why Sleepy Joe? Sleepy. All right, listen up, folks. Sleepy Joe, as I like to call him, well, he's just always nodding off, ain't he? Can't even stay awake for an entire press conference without dozing off.